Hi, my name is Dennis Bozarth and I am your instructor for World Music, a global journey. And that's what we'll be doing. We'll be taking a trip around the world. The textbook is by Terry E. Miller and Andrew Shahriari. Okay? Now, that's the textbook you're supposed to have. That's the one we'll use. You should have CD recordings in the back of it. If it doesn't have, then you may want to contact me because that was what you were supposed to get. Okay, if you don't panic. We'll figure out something. See, my idea is I help students, and the students work and help themselves. So we will get along fine if you keep that in mind. I have fun teaching, and world music is a blast. Now let me show you the first thing you can do to have fun with this. Go to your friends or your spouse or your significant other or someone you want to impress and say, guess what? I am taking a class in ethnomusicology. Ethnomusicology, that is the scholarly name for it. What that means is you will study music of the world, music of different ethnic groups around the world. Some of it you will fall in love with. Some of it you won't fall in love with. I have taught this course long enough that I can almost guarantee those two statements. So, I have taught it a long time. I have a lot of training in music. And I am always fascinated every time that I teach this course because I discover something new that I hadn't anticipated in the past. So, what I'm going to do now is help you with this first week's discussion. You'll notice on the discussion you're supposed to listen to an example and find something that you really like and you want to share with everybody and tell them why you like it, using all of the ideas that you have in the first assignment. All the different things. For example, why did someone play music on a log? Maybe that was the only instrument they had, was two sticks, so they pounded. They became percussionists. Alright, maybe if it's an industrialized country, they will have a lot of brass in their music. We'll have some countries that will use gongs a lot. We'll have some countries that will use many different kinds of stringed instruments, very complicated stringed instruments. So that's what you can expect to share on this trip. You'll find some of your own background music from your own countries that our ancestors came from. So we study a lot of different things, and what I want you to do is have fun with the course. So what we're going to do for fun at first here, and you're going to listen, as I'm going to play you 3 different musical examples. I'm only going to play a minute or so, and these are from the samples on your thing. But what I want to do is give you an idea of the different kinds of music we'll listen to. Now here's what you can do. You listen to these examples if you want to and say, okay, I found one I really did not care for, or I really did care, and then you have to defend it and in the discussion group and say, this is how I felt about it and here's why. There are no wrong answers in my class if I ask you your opinion. Isn't that good news? No wrong answers if I ask an opinion. Now I might grade the way you write it. I will grade the way you write it. I will grade the way you say it. So, and the way you defend it. So here's what I want you to do now. Watch me as I go to my computer and I will look down here and I will pick out 3 different songs to play for you. The first one is going to be Australian Aborigine song Bushfire. I'm only going to play a minute or so of it so we can get all 3 of them in. For those of you that are sitting there thinking, am I going to spend 8 weeks listening to that? No. That's the whole cool thing about it. We go from country to country to country. On the other hand, if you want to spend 8 weeks listening to that, you have the CDs. You can play it over and over and over again as many times as you want. Now, let's go to China and listen to Chinese Silk and Bamboo. The song we just heard was an Australian Aborigine song, Bushfire. Now we're going to China for Chinese silk and bamboo. This one's 5 minutes and 37 seconds long. We're only going to listen to about a minute or so of it. Okay, there are 4 minutes and 34 more seconds of that if you would like to listen to the rest of it. So that's on your examples. Now if you want to know, the Australian Aborigine song Bushfire was the first example on CD1. The Chinese silk and bamboo is example number 17. Now I wanted something a little bit different, so now we're going to the Vietnam area to listen to Central Highlands Bronze Gong Ensemble for 1 minute. If the computer cooperates. Okay, now you have the 3 different examples. That one, by the way, is example number 9 on CD number 1. So we have number 1, Australian Aborigine song Bushfire, number 17, Chinese silk and bamboo, and number 9, Central Highlands Bronze Gong Ensemble. Now, that's just to give you an idea of what we're going to do in our course. What you do, you listen to musical examples, you read the textbooks. Read the lessons very carefully because they will basically help you write your papers. Because you see, this first assignment, it helps if you know the fundamentals of music, and they're very simple. You don't have to be a great musician. You don't have to know anything about music to take this class. You just have to enjoy living, okay? And we'll live and we'll travel around the world. So since I'm your travel guide, I think I probably ought to get properly prepared. And if you see me on the streets of Kansas City, this is probably more what I'll look like anyway. So, have fun. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to send me messages. I'm a great believer in helping students. That's what I do, and I've been doing it for a long, long time. So, just let me know what I can do. We'll see if we can help you. And let's work as hard as I will, and we'll have a great time in this course. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.